Here we go. And then I think I just copied the entire file last time. Yeah. Yeah, because the last time it saved was today, so that's fine. Copy this. And then we just paste it over to... Here we go. No. Go back. Here we go. And then we'll paste it. Yeah. Alright. Hopefully that won't take too long. Show it. I wonder if it's so low that it doesn't even... Oh, whatever, man. Oh, great. Well, that's not good. Let's see. Huh. Interesting. No desktop here. Well, we'll do this. Huh. I guess this is just not gonna close. I guess we could still work on our stuff though. Let's see. Oh wait, oh, it did close out. I closed it out. I can't open it. Oh Lord have mercy. Okay. Guess we'll come back to this. All right. Probably gotta end the stream for a second. Just because this is giving such a. Well, actually, no. I could open it. Rather not do that while the computer is trying to like access this and like back it up. It says it's modified 2 days ago. Yeah, I don't think I worked on it yesterday, did I? No, I don't think I did. No. So yeah, 2 days ago. That's correct. But I just saved it today. So what in the world? Why would it say 2 days ago? I just saved it. Oh, I guess there were no changes. That's probably why. Probably gonna end the stream and reset my computer. I'll be back though. All right, finally. Jesus. Sheesh. Okay. $40, man. Oh my god. Literally, like, we've done this down just a tad so I don't peek. Oh my god. Like, literally, like, that's just ridiculous, Windows. Like, you giving me all these problems. Minimize that. Okay. Finally can actually get back to coding. Lord have mercy. Forget about backing anything up, guys. I'll do that later. Alright. So today, kind of lost track of what I was doing, but essentially, this is what we're doing today. We're working on the card function. And over the past couple weeks, been wanting to work on that. I've had to essentially make a couple of functions for each little part. Let's see. Yeah, alright. Oops, I closed out the other note by accident. Yeah. No, I didn't. Okay, so we're fine. Let's organize this a little bit. Get a streamer up too here. There we go. Oh yeah, let me start my other timer because this is kind of I normally just okay. Let's do this one. Offline for so long, dude. It's crazy. Like, it was a whole hour I just lost, but it is what it is. Actually, I need to do it like this. Not like that. redo this here. Yeah, there we go. And boom. No. Hold on. Why is this giving me an issue here? Oh, maybe because I need to do this one. Let's try this. Okay, and then the other one will be this one. There we go. And then the note will also be... Come on. There we go. Alright, we got it the way we wanted it to. Okay, Jesus. Okay, there we go. Zoom that in just a tad bit. Alright, so... next thing on our to-do list is go back to writing the card function. So we need to go to the card functions here, and we were writing a pickup function that this is what we've been working on. The reason I had to write these position calculation functions was so that the game could know, okay, here you are in the world, right? The character, the person, the player, and here are all the cards in reference to the player. So the pickup functions that I'm writing, there's two different types. So actually, knowing that I would stop for a little bit, I actually notated it for myself. Let's see. Copy card information in the temporary list. Destroy card. Copy information to the deck or hand. Then remove from the temporary list. I'm not going to actually read this super hard because I already know what I want to build with it. So this pickup function is essentially what's going to do is it's going to destroy the physical copy of the card that's in the world and add it to your hand. I haven't coded a hand, but it'll add it to the list at the very least in position 1. So I have a few things that I need to do before. I kind of want to make a fresh note, and we'll name this. We'll name it. Expected bugs. Okay, we'll just do it. Let's just make it that for now. So expected. Let's see. Let's see. Expected bugs with pickup function. So the way that we have our calculation, our distance calculations working right now, right? They never reset. I don't think they stop working right now currently. Once we destroy something. So let's actually check that. I think what is going to happen is once we destroy an object outside of the list, it's going to throw a null reference. So let's find out. So right now we have a card right here, right? This object right here represents a card currently. So let's go on our game manager script. As we can see, it's working as intended. Maybe. Oh no, I haven't started it yet. That's right. I also need to. Okay, so let me add that to also to-do list. I kind of want to make a separate to-do list here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Just save it. It's fine. It's whatever. And we'll save this as to-do list here. All right, boom. Okay, so this would be like a checklist of stuff we need to do. So when it comes to distance and position calculation, we still need to do this stuff. Okay, so we need to. It's really easy to like get lost in the sauce a little bit. All right, so I just I started that with the E key. So this is what we need to do. We need to write a trigger for the distance for these functions, right? So right now it's at the E. It's on the E key. We need to write a trigger for that. It'll probably just happen when We can write an if statement. Okay, so if you know, it's not even that bad. I was thinking we shouldn't call it we shouldn't start the I enumerator every single time we create a card, but that's fine because outside of our at the beginning of our I enumerator, we set all the variables to 0 regardless. Let's make sure that we have that. Yes, we do. So, and I'll actually want to debug.log this. Let's see. So there's like so many different things to do. Position. I can't spell. Boom. Okay. So so we'll do that, and then what we'll do is have the. Ooh, don't crash on me now here. Okay. Instead of having E activate these like we have been, we'll just yeah, right now we have it on get this. We'll just take these. We'll just copy them out, sorry, X them out rather, and then I think this will be fine. This is what is this under? This should be okay. It should still run, because it's an I enumerator. So the I enumerator will just run forever once it starts. And then every time this is, I don't know if starting a coroutine a second time is gonna mess it up. So let's just check that right now. Calc position has started. Evaluating position has started. So that's once. Let's see if it's still calculating. Yes. The distance, it is calculating properly. If I hit it again, yeah, it just debugged out, logged it again, and let's see. Yeah, it's calculating properly. Let's see. Yeah, seems to be working fine. So this is working. This is fine. Starting the routine, I guess starting the routine is just the way to call the function. So that's great. So with that bug, that's okay. We don't have to worry about that. So we got that trigger. E no longer needs to do anything. So let's go ahead and get rid of that out of our code here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll delete that here. Clean it up a little bit. Okay. We still want currently the return key to yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we don't have any expected buds to write down currently. Let's do this. All right. So we're going to this function. Pickup function. So this pickup function will work based on a couple of conditions, right? So here's where the to-do list needs to come in. Let's see. So pickup function. We'll go ahead and just do that. Function, and this will be pickup function A, because we want it to be based on distance. Okay, and we'll do that. And so this one we need to write. So we need to write key check. We need to write a key check to activate. And then we could see later make this an event call. So that's fine. Event call with delegate probably. If I can ever figure out how to do that, we'll worry about that later. Simple first. If it works first, then it works. And then we clean it up later. All right, so write a key for activation. We need to write a parameter. That can be given to other functions. So currently, right, these two functions here in our game manager scripts, they're not returning anything. All they're doing is returning null. But we can actually write a parameter, a variable that can pass in a parameter here, and we can return we can return like an integer or vector3 or something that can and make that equal to that parameter, and that parameter could be given to our pickup function, right? Now, is there a simpler way to do that? Let's think about it. And I want to make sure I finish this thought here. Add a parameter that can be given to other functions for the position / distance from player. Okay, so okay. And it's interesting that that didn't earlier that it didn't throw no reference exception for me, which is cool. Makes things easier. I guess because it starts as exactly the same thing, and I do have the if statement that only activates it. Actually, I don't even think I have that on here anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have an if statement. Yeah. Okay. Actually, this is actually no, it's greater than equal. Okay, we're good. I was gonna say this actually starts one frame late. For a second because I thought it was just greater than. So it starts at 0, wouldn't start until it went through the code one time. Actually, that would just evaluate to false because it would never. Yeah. So we're good. Okay. So let's do this. We're working on pickup function A. So essentially, this is gonna be the logic. Logic for function is gonna be if player is if player X is within range, right? And player Y, we should that's fine. I know what I mean by that. Let's rewrite that actually. If player X value is within range, X, let's just say X and Y is within range, right? Then activate elements of function, right? And then the 3 elements will be spawn button press, spawn button, right? It would be I guess if you enter into range, it does one thing, and then once you press the button, it does another. So those are 2 different things. So spawn button is what's going to happen. So really, this should be the pickup function isn't. The pickup function could control. Let's write this down. Pickup could control growing, shrinking, function as well. And button presses. So so I think we want to separate those things, right? It'll be the same activation, right? For not actually the same activation, because pickup function will be. So we need to have. So it's a good thing we have a to-do list here. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm not actually completing my thoughts here. Okay, so let's complete this thought. This is not going to control whether the cards shrink or grow. And that's something that I want to program in, is that the card will actually get bigger as you get closer to it, so you can actually read it from the screen versus having a separate UI element. So let's say grow / shrink function, right? Boom, and there's a list there. This is gonna help me organize it a little more. Okay. Okay, so this is gonna just spawn a button. Okay. This is going to... This is just for when you press the button. So on button press, pick up card. And then this one will be, this will spawn 2 different things, right? So this will be, this right here. Boom. Okay. So the grow and shrink function, if player is within a certain range, then you spawn a button. You spawn button / UI, right? And then shrink or grow, okay? And this will be if player X enters or leaves. So if player enters or leaves X or Y value, let's just rewrite that. Leaves X or Y range. There we go. Spawn / UI or delete UI. It probably wouldn't be. It's not really a UI element, but it might be. Who knows? Shrink and grow. Okay, so we're good on that one. Awesome. So the pickup function A, we need to do an on button press. I guess the on button press would only... Okay, so if within range. So that's going to be the logic. Logic is if within range and, right? Just kind of write this out. And on button press. Pickup card. Okay. And then... so you're going to write the key check. Right? So that's writing the key. So let's go ahead and do that. Writing the key. Oops. Writing the key. And then to destroying the object. That's easy enough. 3. Add to proper list. Boom. And that's the pickup function, how it works. Alright. Sorry about that. It's been a straining day. It's been a long day. Been up since like 6 this morning, and you probably need coffee and water. I just took my stream crashing and having to wait 40 minutes to like reset everything. Just kind of sapped everything out of me. Let's see if anybody's here. That's fine. Oh, did I start my timer again? I did, yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so let's do this. So use pickup A. Use pickup A. Game manager. Use pickup A is a boolean. So it checks for a boolean, right? Let's get set. So I need to just write a on button press. That I guess it needs to be if within distance, right? Check for the boolean, and the boolean gets turned to true. I guess I'd have to put both. Let's see. The logic behind this is going to be interesting because I have to ask myself, okay, how does my game know which card to destroy, right? And it will have to check. I'll have to write okay, so I have the evaluation distance, right? So that's where the evaluation, distance evaluation. So, I guess on the button press, I can make all of this, send all of this information, right? All of this information to a separate list. But if I can not do that, I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just use the information as it is. So maybe I need another... I guess... Okay, let's think. Okay, when the game calculates distance, it's numbers. So the distance will be not necessarily the knowest number, but the absolute value, right? So let's write the destroy function. Let's just write the destroy function first. Okay, so I think actually no. Pickup A isn't a boolean that gets turned on and off except for with a rule. So it is a game state, not a boolean, not a flag. So so if this is true, which it will be when we're using this, and let's just see. We need to establish a range. So let's go ahead and establish that range. Let's see. I want the player to be able to pick up the card from a specific amount of distance, right? So let's do this. Okay, so let's see. Let's just say the card gets like double in size, right? So let's just say so position, rotation, where is the size here? Scale. Well, let's just say, oh yeah, we can do scale here. Just like that here. Scale. Let's just. Scale. No, I think I got the wrong one. Yeah, I got the right one. Come here, card. Come here. Let's just. Can't see anything, bruh. Oh, here we go. Let's just say, right? That starts right there. That's about twice the size. Okay. So let's just say it gets about that big, right? It blows up. How close do I want the player to be? I think I want them to be... I kind of want the card to be bigger. Maybe 3 times the size is better. Alright? Let's see. Oops. Stop moving, please. Scale. So let's scale it up, right? Okay. Let's try that. Okay. When I make the game, right? I'm always gonna have the character rendered in front of the card. I want the card to get bigger. The card won't have... It'll just be a trigger. It won't have physics until I add physics to it. Question is that close enough? The reason I'm saying this is because I have a special function that I want to... Okay, so if I'm here, right? If I'm like right here, let's see, let's just destroy this card. Delete that card. Oh, it did throw a reference. Oh, wait, that's what I forgot to... Okay. Yeah, through reference exception. Yeah. So if it got deleted, yeah, I need to fix that reference exception, but let's do this. It's probably like this much distance, which is like, let's see. I'll work out the reference exception in just a little bit from the center, right? It's about, well, the card is 0.63 meters, so it's about half that, so like 0.3 meters. Okay, so that's fine. Yep. I know. No reference. I know. We have to fix that. So let's see. So let's just say we'll make a new public int here. No, public float rather. Where are my floats at? Okay, I don't have any right now. That's fine. Oh wow, that's pretty clean actually. I don't have any floats. What? That doesn't make any sense. Bull, string, and oh wow, that's interesting. Okay. Public float, and it'll be the don't want it to be with it. I probably make that x and y different values, right? Because when you're jumping, you probably want more leeway versus when you're doing lateral movement. So we'll do, plus the card isn't as wide as it is tall. So we'll do public float x pickup range. Okay, and then we'll do public float y pickup range. And then we'll just go ahead and make it, we can just instantiate it here. For now, it'll be like 0.33f. And let's just say for now, we'll just do, actually have the card here. The card is 0.88. It's like 3/4 as much. So I'll just say, if this is about half, this should also be about half. It's like, but I do want it to be double, so we'll just do 1 meter for now. That should be good. So it needs to be, so what we'll do is we'll check for the absolute difference between each of the x and the y, and we'll see if it is equal to or less than these numbers. And if it does, what we'll do is we'll debug log characters are within range or something. So also, the card function is oh yeah, we can just destroy this object. Okay, that's a simple fix. Okay, so we need to make a boolean that turns true. So let's go ahead and make a boolean argument here. I guess we can make it private for now. Not have it. We'll make it public. So public bool, we'll say character, or yeah, that's fine. Character is within range. And then if this has to be true, boom, okay, and this turns true, we gotta make a we gotta check each card. Let's see. It should be on update, obviously. So we're checking for this boolean every frame. So and then we'll just do it like that here. Go ahead and put our condition in, and if the our cards are game objects, so we'll just say it's the difference between the absolute value. No. We could just do the difference. That's fine. Because it doesn't matter if we subtract a negative or not. Or subtract a positive. The distance is still going to be the same. It kind of feels bad to have been calculating the distance from the player this entire time. Like, I wrote this fancy calculation, right? And then I could just, like, calculate it within... simplification. Why do I want to use this? So we already have vector 3s. Not this one. Not this one. Let's go ahead and minimize this one so we don't keep looking at that one. We already have vector 3s in this list, right? That show the distance. How about the card? Oh, that's something I need to do. So when a card gets let's see, created. Okay, so that's another thing on the to-do list. When card created, set card class variable of list index equal to equal to the current list index. Boom. So my custom class, right? My custom class is called card, and typically it has I built what I built into it as a like an index. So if it's in your hand, if it's in the world, or if it's in the shop, it has an index number, a position, essentially. It's just so that the game can reference it easily. So when I do that, let's go ahead and do that right now. We'll take the card, let's say. And then we'll set, yeah, that's what we'll do. Current number, let's see. That's interesting. When a card is generated, actually, we don't know. Well, okay, currently in our game, we don't have anything that can destroy cards. So destroying it is like out of the normal. When we do have something that will destroy a card, we have to change all the value positions, because what happens when you destroy an object on a list is that everything gets shifted up one. So we'll just have to subtract 1 from all the numbers, essentially. Okay. kind of want to... If I were to return current number here, I wonder what would happen. Would that mean that I could access it? I do want to change this. We'll do current number eval, right? Eval here. Oops. Boom. Okay, that all matches. And then we'll do current number calc. I wonder if there's a fast way to do that. Oh. Good thing I saw that. Fixing bugs already. Visual Studio had my back. They knew what I was trying to do. Boom. I wonder if there's an easier way to do this, but I don't know. Boom. Doesn't offer it on this one? Okay. Nope. Scroll on down. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Boom. Okay. Just double check and make sure we didn't have mess anything up. Oh wait, we have a card. Oh, Unity's doing that thing again. Oh, I hate that when that happens. Ignore this. This is embarrassing. I think there's a way to do it. And then... I think it's shift clicking off. No. I think it's control A, and then you control click off. Yeah. And then you hit delete. That didn't work. Supposed to remove whatever's in the scene. This is a glitch, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Okay, game manager here. Boom. Yep, calculating properly. Yes. Okay. Okay, so now that we have those, when you think that you're done with something, you're not really ever done with it. You're always just... That's what programming is, right? Okay, so we have these. We have these. I wonder what happens if I return this. So let's do... So on the evaluate distance, right? I kind of want to do calculate distance, because the other one's calculate position, but it's fine. It just bugs me a little bit. I already changed all the stuff, so I'm not changing it back. What happens if we do this? Current number eval. Okay, so we're returning this. So that means this function will give back this integer. Does it still work after that? Let me check. Okay, seems like it. Whoa! I currently have physics on for the cards, so they don't fall out of the world. Okay, it's currently working. All right, so if I I want to make a public integer that will be equal to, so let's do that. We'll do a public int, and we'll make it we'll say test number, and on every frame we will go ahead and check. So test number, right? Is equal to, and it should be current. Oops. Number. I don't think that is. Let's see, eval. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Let's do this for a sec. It's current number eval. Let's see if that. Let's put this here. You'll return. It's returning this integer. But how do we equals test number? I mean, that worked. I wonder, is there a better way to do that though? I think I need to do it like this. Int test number. Like that. No. Not quite. Oops. Okay. We need to do more research on parameters. Okay, this is being returned, so this value is accessible, but it's a local variable. So maybe that is how you just do it? You just make it equal to that? No. Your return, I think we need to make test number equal to current value. There we go. And then instead of instantiating it, right? Okay, public test number. We'll just make a sure, why not? We'll just do we'll do a debug.log here. Your return, and then we'll debug right here. Thank God for debug.log. I think it'll be test number. Here we go. Dot to string. There we go. Okay. So I kind of don't want this to be on every single frame, so we'll change this temporarily. Instead of debugging every single we'll just say while I is, we'll just say less than or equal to 100. 1,000 rather, because that'll go by really fast. So no, let's just do 10, because that's gonna be like 1,000 debug.logs. Let's just do like that, less than or equal to 10, and then it'll stop, and that'll be fine. And then we'll put it back. We're just testing this 0. Interesting. Why did it debug.log 0? Oh, because it never... Oh, well, that actually makes sense. Because it's only one element. Well, then we will do 1,000. Just so we have enough time to instantiate a bunch of cards. Let's go ahead. Ah, see? Look at that. Cool. Okay, so public number. Credit card index is 13. Okay. So that's great. Okay, so we can return a number, and you can make that equal to... Okay, so the same thing should be true for a vector 3, right? So... we have all these vector 3s in this list. Let's hold off on... Kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit here. So within range, on button press up, press pick up, okay. On button press, comma, pick up card. Right, I need to write the key, that's easy. Destroying the object, that's easy. Let's go ahead and change this back so we don't forget. I is greater than or equal to 0. So we'll run any frame. We'll get rid of this debug.log. That's fine. And boom. Okay. Test number is going to continue to change. That's fine. It's going to be changing very fast. Why did we say this? Let's see. So, okay, so if you're within a certain distance. Oh yeah, we're trying to figure out which card it is on the list. But let's do this part first. That way we can go in order. Because establishing how close it is fine. That's easy. So distance. This distance is going to be added to the distance list. Okay, so we need the distance list. So this is take info from distance. Okay, take info from distance list. Okay, so let's see. Let's get the info from the distance list if we can. The list is public, correct? Let's see. That's the first thing first, because we're gonna have to access it with the card script. Each of our cards want information from that list. Let's see. It is public. Yes, public distance list. Okay. So these calculations are public. Oh, that's why I needed to know which one. Okay, which one to grab. So grab from. I'm going to grab from the card, because that will match wherever it is on the list. Until I have to update it. So instead of taking it from the distance list, we're gonna get let's see. Sorry about that. Had little text messages there. So instead of doing that, we're gonna get the index from the card class. Boom. And I did say that here too. That's why we wanted to. Okay. My brain just like had a full like rotation. So when we create the card, we're gonna set this equal to no, because that won't work. Um, that won't work. Okay, so I was thinking we're gonna set this equal to our return value from the card list, but oh, you know what we can do? Let's see. If I want the I never actually checked to make sure that when you destroy something, it goes up. Let me do that real quick. So let's see. Where let's see. Card 2, card 1. Let's delete card 1. I know it's gonna throw a null reference, but let's see where it is on the everything breaks. Of course everything breaks. I need to check that, but I can't do it right now because I'm not breaking it within the game. That's something we need to do. Alright, let's just assume that it does, because I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Let's see. So when a card is created, add it to the list. I wonder if it would be better to always put the newest card in the first slot, which is slot 0. If we always put the newest card in slot 0, right? Instead of on the end. Then we always know where the newest card is at. That would be beneficial if we want to just grab the newest card. It would always be there, as long as we know what the newest card is. That is interesting. Doesn't make much of a difference right now, though. So we need to find a way to set the card. This is what we want to do. Set the card class variable equal to the current list index. So when it's created, take... Okay. I guess, I need to make a listener for when a game object is destroyed. I'm gonna tag these cards in here. I'm gonna tag this as card. Let's see. Tag. Add a tag here. We're gonna add to the list of tags, and it's gonna be tagged as card. And so, card is gonna be tagged as card, of course. Okay. So now we can add a listener, which I'm gonna put on my to-do list. I think I do know how to add listeners here. Add listeners for card destruction. When an object tagged card is destroyed, subtract all index numbers by 1. Actually, that's not true, because if it gets destroyed and it's on the end of the list, then you wouldn't do that. So when an object tagged card is destroyed, and the object's index is not equal, right, to the current, we'll just say to the problem with the add function that I have, right, is that it doesn't keep track of the it doesn't keep track of what index number it is. I mean, it does actually. I have it right here, current card info index. But this will be updated. I mean, this is updated every time I create a card. But it needs to be updated. And the object is not equal to it's not equal to the dot count, I guess. No, the count would be, if the count is 3, but the index would be 2, the dot count minus 1. Then, oops, don't insert. Subtract. Okay. 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 A listener for an event. So an event. Game manager needs to listen to that. Man, there's so many extra layers to this. Like, more layers than I... Well, actually, I knew it was going to be way more layers, but... It is a lot of layers just to this one thing. That's why it's, like, taking, like, all my brain power. Okay. Let's do one thing at a time. I guess I am trying to do, like, 6 things at a time. Which is a problem. I don't know if my brain is smart enough to do that. So we are still trying to let's take destroying out of the equation right now. We can do that later. What's the base function that we're trying to do? Get the current index number, which we have right here. Current card index number. As of right now, it represents where all the cards are on the list. So it is an accurate way to okay. It is an accurate way to activate our booleans and whatnot. So, okay. We'll use that. We'll use that. Current card info index. Is this a public integer right here? Let's see. On start, Senchi's at 0. Current card info index. It is public. Excuse me. Alright, so if dude, why is my brain not working right now? Let me get up and stretch for a sec. Get some water. I am back. Okay, let me get a little bit of this water. Stay hydrated out there, folks. Okay. Let's see. Maybe my brain. Nope, my brain's not working still. Okay. Card is created. Okay. Pick a function. If within range, and on button press, pick up card. You pick up the card that matches the index number. Okay. And okay, so we need to set the index number of the card class when we create it to the current. Okay, I got this. Current card. I think I'm already doing that. I bet you I'm already doing that. No, I'm not. Okay. Where are the card? It's hand index, shop index, world index. World index is the last one. So I have it as a nullable integer right now. And I'm going to current card info index. Boom. Just that easy. Took me 30 minutes to do that. I don't know why. Okay. Now, let's not worry about destruction right now, like I said. Okay, so we could take the if the game object dot card, let's see, this should inherit from, is it inheriting from, it's inheriting from mono behavior. Okay, let's inherit from also card. I don't think that works. I think that if I get rid of this, what did that do? Oh, I'm still writing this. Why does it have 3? Card functions. Inconsistent accessibility. Base card is less accessible than card functions. Let's just undo that. That's fine. Okay. Okay. I need a reference. Oh yeah, I need a reference to the card. This. Okay. This script is attached to a game object. The game object. Yeah. I think I could just say this dot game object. Yeah. Yeah. Dot card, right? Oh yeah. It's in a script. Right? I think it's let's see. Dot get component card. Oh, I need to get it, I guess. That's right. There we go. And then it will be world. Let's see. I think component card dot. The game object that this is attached to Decade component, card. How did I set all of these? I could just make it into a variable and then use it. I think I do actually have to do that. So let's do this instead. Let's just make this into a variable. So it will be a private. It's not a game object. What? We're getting a vector 3, I guess. No, index number, which is an int. Int. Think. Okay. Let's see. It's gonna be called usable index number. I guess. Okay. Usable index number. I don't want it to be on start. You know, I could just inherit from the game manager script. Or game manager. And get everything I need from there. That might be easier. Yeah. Since I already have all the reference and everything. Did I make a reference to the card? I think I did. Where is it? Card component, yeah. Hold on. This is regular game manager. Game manager here. If instance dot no. Let's see. Game manager is an instance. Let's see. Hold on. Game manager, public static game manager instance. There we go. Jesus. I had it right below me. I did. I figured it out again, though. Card object? It's not object, is it? I thought it was card component. I think card component might not be public. Give me a sec. Let's see. Card component. Card component. Card object is a public game object. Card component is a private card. Yeah, we make it public. There. Uh-oh. Is that something? What? Inconsistent accessibility. Field type card is less accessible than field type game manager.card component. So private doesn't work. Public doesn't work. Huh. Oh, card object dot. I'm so dumb. Let's see. Hold on. That's not gonna work, is it? So card object is public. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so we could just do it like this then. That's fine. And we'll, let's see. We'll just copy this, I guess. We'll do it here. Boom. Card component, and then we'll instantiate that as equals to and then we'll just copy the reference as well. Might as well. We already did the work once, right? That get component card. Oh. Boom. Okay. Dot. So instead of doing this, we have our own reference now. So card components. There we go. Dot. World index number. There we go. Equals. No, why are we checking that? We don't need to check this yet. I don't think. Well, it's good that we have a reference to... Actually, the logic on this doesn't work. Is my card function script attached? Is that why? Wait, what? Card functions. Doesn't contain a definition for card. No accessible extension card. What? Okay. That's because I'm... Well, let's undo that then, I guess. Game manager does not contain a definition for card. I think I'm referencing the exact same thing, that's why. It shouldn't be that. I wonder if that fixes it. Yes, you do. Oh. Yeah, I get it. Okay. I'll come back to that in a second. So if it's within the range, okay, that's why I needed that. You know, the card component definition for this, it should work. Hold on, let's see something real quick. Card functions is connected, yes. Why does oh, weird. Okay, I don't need to know that right now. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Need to. So if let's make this reference, right? Let's make this reference not equal to the instance card. Let's make it because it should be attached to game object, which it is. So the game object that this object is attached to dot get component, right? No, should be lowercase game object. I think. Let's do this. I think we have to instantiate it on start. Let's see. Excuse me. Oh. Oh, I guess you don't have to go through the game object system. I didn't know that. So you could just get a component. No, duh. You could just get the component because it's on this. You don't need to make a reference. Well, let's just do this then. I guess we can just instantiate it like that, right? Why doesn't that work? Oh, because you can't do it as a field initializer. Okay, that's fine. There. Okay, I think that works. Let me make sure that this isn't referencing... Yeah, it's referencing this one. Okay, so... Dude, we're just checking for the distance. Invalid expression, what? Oh, where's the error at? Oh, right here. Okay. So the distance between this object and the character. Do I have a reference to the character in the world? No, I do not currently, I don't think. Yeah. Okay, so... Do I have a reference to the character in the game manager script? No, I do not. Let's make a prefab of it. That's fine. Okay. And then we'll do a public reference here. I don't know, I haven't done this yet. I guess it wasn't important yet. But we do need a reference to the character for... we'll go ahead and make it for this, I guess. Public game object. Oops. Character. And then and then since it's attached to card, we'll make a reference. Card functions. Why is my... Oh, because I have a... Man, just let me get rid of this dumb if statement real quick so I can save my code and reload the script. Thank you. Should be... I don't think you can make a reference to another prefab, so let's just do it like this. Let's just make it private. Make it private. Make it private, and then we'll set the start is fine. Character equals find object. Where's find object by tag? Oh, that's why. Here we go. And then we just, string name is character. Finds a game object by name and returns it. Yep. Destination scene is not valid. Oh, it should be fine in scene, right? Let's do that again. Oh, there used to be one. Maybe they deprecated it. Find in scene. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Dot active. Find active. Is active? What in the world? What in the world's going on here? I think it's the wrong type of game object, probably. Dot is active. No. Game object. Dot is active. No. Hold on. Bro, I've never struggled to do a reference like this much. Character. Am I spelling it wrong? Destination scene's not valid. Why not? Oh, maybe it needs to be public. Maybe that's why. Character equals game object dot find. Oh, that fixed it. I think. Oh, it had to be public? Public reference? That's kind of dumb. Alright, whatever. Let's see. And then we'll get, okay. Character has all the correct scripts. Yep. Okay. Alright, so we have our reference to your character. Let's go ahead and try with this if statement again. Yo, why is this if green? Oh. Yeah, why is this green? What? that's weird. Yo, why is my if being weird? If. Okay. Weird. Oh, that was weird. Alright. If the transform dot position dot x you know, I could actually make a Boolean that turns true. I could actually make a Boolean that turns true instead of doing this in the if statement. So, I actually have these Booleans up here. Let's see where they are. That's just character is within range. Okay, so. Okay, there we go. And so character is within range if, let's go ahead and check that, make a Boolean for that too. Boom. If blank and blank, then character is within range equals true. And then it'll be else. Oops. Alright, so if the transform dot position dot x minus character dot transform dot position dot x and oops, not that one. Oh, dot x is less than game manager dot instance dot x x pickup range less than or equal to, and same thing for the y, transform. It should be the absolute value, right? Yeah. If the absolute value of this expression, so let's math.abs, I think that's right, yeah, it's less than or equal to pickup range, and the transform dot position, oops, dot y, oops, I need to do another math, minus character dot transform dot position dot y is less than game manager dot instance dot y pickup range. Oh, not less than, or equal to. And this needs to be math.abs. I think it's ABS. Transform dot position dot y minus character dot transform dash position dot y is less than or equal to Why is this not? Bool to destiny. Oh, it's a. I forgot it wasn't a. I forgot it was a boolean. Okay, that explains it. Huh? It's not a boolean. Why pick up range? What? What? Oh, because this is not inside of the. Oh, wait. Oh, do not put it inside the parentheses? Is that what it is? Like that? Yeah, you don't put it inside the parentheses. Because this is a boolean. Oh, okay, that's why. To calculate it, and then you put the boolean outside. Like this. It becomes a yeah, there we go. Yeah, it becomes a boolean when you do a less than or equals. It's evaluating that. Okay, that makes sense. So if the absolute value actually, I don't think I need absolute value, do I? Yeah, I do, I think. Let's see. If... No, because you're doing subtraction. I don't think you need absolute value here. It's less than that, and... I think that is less than that. Okay, let's see. I should just take out these equations and make them... yeah, I should just, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and make these floats here. Let's separate these a little bit here so I can read them a little better. Boolean. Float. Let's just put floats at the bottom. It's fine. Distance x and distance y, and then we'll go ahead and just make this. I just put these. Let's see. On update. La 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 la. Where is my stuff at? Oh, there you are. I think I don't even need this, to be honest. Yeah, don't need it. And then we just put distance x there. And then distance y. La la. Ooh, hold on. There we go. We'll see if we need to do it. So we can finally check this. Let's go on our... I guess it'll be on the first card. Okay, let's make sure that this reference is working properly. New card. The card position. And then the distance between X is 6. Yep. It's calculating properly. And then... Okay, and then what happens if I... Characters within range is true. So let's check that boolean here. How close do I need to be? Okay, so it's not quite... I think I do need absolute value. Although it's not a very large number. Let's just say 1 for now. Yeah, because maybe I never actually checked. Distance X is minus the character position. I think I might need absolute value, but let's just say 2. Let's just see if it's 2 meters. Because, yeah, I'm not leaving a lot of space here. Okay, let's try that. Okay. The distance is 4, 3, 2, 1. Characters within range did not turn true. Let's make sure that that's not... Okay, so it probably has to be absolute value. I guess I had it right the first time. Let's see. I guess you have to make them both positive numbers. If something is at 20 and something is at 22, that means the distance will turn out 2. If something is at negative 22 and negative 20, so I think it would only evaluate correctly. Yeah. So if you take the absolute value of both, no, because then if you took the absolute value of both and one of them is positive, then you can get a false positive. So what do you need to do here? Oh, you know what? Maybe I just need to flip it. Because a negative minus a positive. A negative minus... Yeah. Maybe... No, flipping it only... If the card's in the negatives and you subtract a positive, then you get a... Subtracting... No, you still get a... Subtracting negative will add. Yeah, I think... Yeah. Set characters within range to true. If distance x is less than or equal to... Oh, wait a second, hold up. Pickup range. Yeah, I'm calculating this, distance x, and if it's less than or equal to pickup range. transform of this dot x. Maybe it's the... Let's see. Well, maybe it needs to be add. No, because adding a negative is like subtracting a positive. No, wait, I think it was calculating properly. Hold on. Yeah, the distance... Yeah, the distance is less than... It just didn't set it to true. What the heck? Characters within range. That's weird. Huh. It's weird. Super weird. If... Yeah, it's showing me the distance, right? Oh, that's kind of weird. Wait, what? Why did it go true when I went on the positive side, but not on the negative? So something with the X. Is less than or equal to distance y. The distance... That's weird. Subtracting a negative is like adding a positive. So it needs to be greater? That's weird. The distance is... Wait, did I make them number negative? No, it should be less than this. Maybe it does need absolute value. I don't know. Let's just try it and see what happens. Put this back inside of parentheses here. Minus x. Absolute value. Yep. Do it again. Maybe that'll work. So we should get two positive numbers. Should get two positive numbers here. 13 total distance. What? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Pickup X pickup range, Y pickup range. Oh. Well, maybe this is probably. Characters within range is false. X minus X. If distance X is less than or equal to X pickup range. What in the world's going on? Oh, wait. Did this automatically set itself to 0? Is that what is happening? Oh my goodness. Okay. I figured it out. And this is why you don't put your stuff public. Because when you first initialize it, that would explain it. Okay. Let's check it again. Alright. So, let's check the card distance here. Boom. And this still works? Yes. Card was in the range? Yep. Right? Yep. Cool. Haha. Get out of here. Nice. Excellent. Okay, that works. Alright. So you do have to use the absolute value. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Alright. So the cards now know if they're close enough. So, when this happens, boom. You will call, I have it called make reading size. I don't need this I numerator, I don't think. But I'll just minimize that for now. Let's just say card, grow card. Boom. All right. And then we'll do, oops. Else set it to false, and I just wanted to call once. So I need to make this an event when you leave the range. So I need to add that to my to-do list. So I need to add another listener. I can add a listener for both, to be honest. Listeners, card, proximity, and leaving card, proximity. Okay. I think when this boolean, I think I could just I think I could just add a listener to this boolean, right? I think I'd do it on start. Yeah. Add voice listener. Animated message listener, audio listener, global message listener, message listener, let's see. Deselect message, input field. Maybe there's a Boolean listener. Hold on. Events listener. Here we go. Event listener is a type which is not valid in the given context. It's like new listener, new event listener, and then I name it. Leaving. Let's see, proximity. Hold on. I think it's add list item, add additional handler. Hold on. I can Google this because I'm not super familiar with this one. How to create a listener. La la la. C# you can create a listener for various purposes, including network communication, event handling, or tracing and debugging. Using TCP listener. This class provides a simpler way to listen for and accept incoming. No, not that one. TCP socket. No. Event listener. Define a delegate. Create a custom delegate that represents the type of event you want to handle. Declare an event. Raise the event. Write event handlers. No. Trace listener. Okay. Configure. Event. Create custom events and handlers to respond. Let's see. How to create an event handling listener in C#. Typically a method. Ah, man. It's event. It's. I thought there was a simpler way to do that. Do this for a second. Yo, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? How you been? How you been? As you can see, you see what I'm up to, don't you? Doing some coding. Let's see. Let's refresh this chat here. Boom. There we go. Just do that. How you been, bro? You been all right? How the kids? Let's see. So if I do a delegate, I thought there was a simpler way to do it. Bro, can you hear me? Hold up. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Did I mute my, Bro, if I've been talking this whole time. Testing. No, my mic's coming through. Hold up. Let me refresh the stream. Bro. Why is my sound not coming through on my stream here? It's kind of weird. Oh no, there is. There is. Refresh the stream. Jesus. Here we go. Did you refresh the stream? You got sound now? Brother? Bro? Hello? I guess Broski's gone. I don't know. No, he's still here. Brother. I must be doing something else, I guess. Alright, well, I'm just gonna get back to it, I guess. Okay. So let's see. Game's coming along pretty good, man. Making some progress. Just wrote this so that card knows where the player is. My game manager also knows where the players are. Let's see. Now, let's see, what's our to-do list here? Oh yeah, we were gonna add a listener for this event. Man, I really gotta learn how to do delegates. I think we should probably learn how to do them right on. I know how to do a delegate. Yeah. You make a new delegate. You do the signature. You set up a function that has the same signature. Then you make a reference of that delegate. You subscribe the function to it, and then you can call it. And I guess, yeah. Then I guess you could do an if statement. So I want to subscribe. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do this. Nah, I don't want to do it. It's so difficult. Yeah, man. Okay, hold on. What are we trying to do right now anyway? Add listeners for card description and listener for proximity. Oh, yeah, when it leads to proximity. So when... Okay. So when... Let's see, logic. when character gets close or gets out. Let's see, outside range. Delegate will call grow or shrink function. Okay. And then for now, this can just be the grow card would just be debug.log. And then we'll say grow the card now. And then the shrink card will be debug.log. And it'll be... I don't want to make sure you didn't text me. There we go. Debug.log shrink. Nope. Oh, pfft. That's why. Dummy. Okay, there we go. For now, that way we know they activated properly. Okay, let's do delegates. Why not? Okay. I think it's a private. Private delegate. And we're gonna name it the proximity, right? Delegate. Okay. And then we're gonna do private proximity delegate. Hold up. Private delegate, proximity delegate. I think it can't do it yet until do I need to instantiate this? Is that what it is? Ooh, I'll do that. Private proximity delegate. No. Let's undo that. Okay. Let me double check that syntax here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. There you are. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the sound was messed up, but oh, that's right. You have to do a return type. That's right. Delegate void. Okay. Yeah, you have to do the return type first. Thank God for syntax. Oops. There we go. Private delegate void. Proximity delegate. The return type and what else? Oh yeah, you have to do the signature at the end. That's alright. That's right. How you been, bro? You been alright today? I've been working hard. Been coding. Signature is going to be. Let's see. Oops. I don't know what that just did. It's gonna be null and event args, I guess. Return type is null, and then event args e. I think that's right. I mean, I thought we could just do. Um, thought we could just do null here. Private delegate toy proximity. Oh, I think this needs to be capitalized actually. Proximity delegate. Yeah, so I thought you could just do no, but I guess not. It would be object sender. That's fine. Does that work? Private. Does it need to be public? Yeah, it looks like. There we go. Delegate with a lowercase, not delegate with the uppercase. And then this can probably be null here, I think. Yeah. No? Not null? Object. Oh, nice. Let me know let me know what you think about the end of episode 7 there. Cause that one got me, bro. Hey, there we go. I think that's how you do it. Parameter null, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so we got our delegate here. Now we need to go ahead and do public. Yeah, like that. Proximity delegate. Proximity. Actually, proximity. I'll name it proximity listener. There we go. Okay. Man, I've been trying to I've been racking my brain around these complex ins and outs today, bro. It's pretty hard. My brain is a little bit fried because I've been working for a couple hours. I just been on stream for 2 hours and 14 minutes, but I started stream earlier and I went to go back up my project and my computer crashed. It didn't crash, but it got stuck, and so I had to power cycle it, and it took me almost an hour just to power cycle it, so, and reboot and everything. It literally took me 40 minutes, which just drained me, but I got back into it because I was I'm gonna code today. Okay, so this is a delegate. Let me look at my notes on this here. Let's see. So I defined it. Define the delegate. Now I have to subscribe something. The function has to have the same. So this. So grow and shrink both have to have the same signature. So. I can't remember if the signature has to go here. Let's see. So it'll be object null comma event args not R, E. I don't think this is a proper syntax error. Identifier expected. Maybe like this. No. Let's see. Oh, maybe it has to be capital no. Like that. Oh, that worked. And then we'll do this one as well. Object null comma event args make sure. How do, let's see. Let's go back to here. Oh, you've been, okay, cool. Oh, you got to know. I gotcha. Yeah, I was trying to stream on, well, trying to get a stream on when you're not on Wi-Fi kind of sucks. But yeah, tell me what you think about episode 7. when you get to the end, because that one got me good. What I want to hear your thoughts on it, because I have a specific thought. Let's see how to declare a delegate with no arguments. C#. I think you just C# using the action delegate. Oh, you know, I could just do that. Design for messages that perform an action do not return a value. Let me do that actually. Void my method action my yeah. Let me do that instead, because that way I don't have to put in parameters or anything. Let's get rid of this. I forgot you can do that, and it will just return an action. So how you been, bro? How the kids? Delegate public. Is it action void or is it void action? Not this one. Action my delegate. Oh, you just okay, so it's public action. So. There we go. And then you just my method, yeah. Just equals. Brother, you still there, brother? I think I could just delete this now. And then, let's see. Action delegate is a built-in generic delegate type in C# design for methods that perform an action but do not return a value. Okay, they return void, that's fine. Defining a custom delegate. Hello! Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Okay. How to subscribe. Subscribe a function to an action delegate. C#. I think it's just plus equals. Yeah. Here we go. Define the action. Yep. My action, yep, okay. Define the function you want to subscribe. Sure the function you create has a signature that matches the action. No parameters void. So let's see. Yo, what's up, brother? Excuse me. Bro, can you hear me? Brother. I checked my audio, it's still working. Let's see. Shrink card, yep. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. They do have the same signature. Okay, that's fine. Define the functions you want to subscribe. Show the functions you create have the same signature. Yeah. Okay. Plus equals to subscribe. So, okay, I see. subscriber. Wait, do I need to my action? Hold up. Define the functions you want to subscribe. Ensure. Oh, okay. You want to catch them listening? Hey, man, I don't blame you, bro. Let me just text me later. Text me later what you think of episode 7. Cause there's something at the end of episode 7 that I want your opinion on. Okay, just text me when you get done with it, and we'll have a conversation about it. Okay. Let's see. Action. Yep. Plus equals to subscribe to function. Get a reference to the action delegate and use plus equals to add your function to its invocation list. Oh, so you still need a reference. Okay, I see. Yeah, there's a little bit of delay. I think it's about a 4 or 5 second delay. Okay, so publisher, new publisher, new subscriber. What was their okay, their class was publisher. Their okay. Subscribe publisher dot my action plus equals subscriber dot. Oh, this is a generic for. What is their? What are they trying to say here? Their class is publisher. Why do they need that? Publisher dot my action. Why wouldn't they just reference my action? I guess you can't. I guess that's how you reference a delegate, I guess. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I'm not necessarily looking for because you haven't watched it yet. I don't want to spoil it. I'm not necessarily looking for an opinion on the episode. All that the episode is hype with the animation. All I want is like, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want your answer. Oh, okay. Not too bad of delay. That's not too bad. Oh yeah, I did unmute myself earlier, and the delay was not as bad. I think it's probably because I refreshed. Okay, I see. Now when you invoke the publisher, my action, my function also will be called my action dot invoke. Use the question for a null condition invocation. Okay. Condition. Okay, so I know that you can add. Oh yeah, bro. What you mean CPT? What you talking about, bro? I'm on this C#, bro. I think this is how you do it. Okay, so I have my action, so I'm gonna subscribe it. I'm gonna subscribe them. So let's see. On start, I want the. Let's see. So the proximity action plus equals grow. Like that? I think that's right. Okay, no. I think I need. Oh yeah, I still need a reference. So public proximity action. I think it's a public action. No. Public proximity. No. Here we go. Public proximity action. Proximity action function. Like that. No, I don't think I need a reference to it. All right, man. See ya. Said I still need a reference? Ah. Hold up. Define the functions you want to ensure the functions you create have the same signature. Yeah. Get a reference to the action delegate and use. Oh, oh, interesting. So you need to make a reference to the delegate, and then subscribe it to that. Plus equals subscriber dot my function subscriber. Oh, their function's in the subscriber class, so they're just getting a reference to that. Publisher equals new publisher. Oh, this is a separate class, that's why. So my action, it should just be my action equal plus equals. Oh, you don't put a call at the end. Okay. Hey, I figured it out. Put that in the programming wins section. Yo. Okay. So also proximity action plus equals shrink card. Boom. So right now both of those are going to be called okay, so then I will add, okay, when I get in, okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. So so when this turns true, I want it to listen to, okay. Maybe I make another delegate that listens to this. The logic is still a little weird. It's gonna call both functions, right? But the function won't activate. Oh, I just need to put an if statement on it. Okay, I think so. Grow card needs to have an if statement here. So if oops, and then just go down here. There we go. La 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 la. So if if character is within range, right? It's true. Then activate it. And then this one will be same thing. If character is, if not, I could just do the not symbol here. And then you activate. There we go. And this gets called this should get called how do you call it? one. Tony Delegate, functions. Now when you invoke publisher.myAction, how do you... Oh, okay. So it would be .invoke. Okay. So you just invoke it like a regular method. Okay. So... proximity action. So what do I want to be the trigger, right? Because I don't really have a function that tells me, hey, it became greater than that. You know, this could be easy. This would be a lot easier if I just did a, like, invisible, would have been so much easier if I just did a, like an invisible, I could have done like an additional, let's see. I don't know if it scales or not. I was gonna say additional, like a collider or something. La la la. So, what do I want to be the trigger that calls this? I could make it... the section that calls, right? This is constantly evaluating, so it's going to constantly call that. Which is constantly going to shrink the card, which is not what we want. We want one call. One call to grow and one call to shrink. Well, I never set a distance for shrinking. Kind of want the distance for shrinking to be a little bit further away. Kind of like the card still wants you to read it a little bit as you walk. Maybe you'll change your mind. Okay. If it really is based off proximity, should just be on distance, but there's got to be a better way to do this, right? When you get away from it. Because I don't want whatever function I have associated with shrinking card. I just want it to call once. Right? So needs to be something that only it's not evaluating every frame. Maybe it needs to be a I enumerator. I already have distance checking right now. I can make it to where the condition for the while loop is while your X and your Y are within a specific number range. Or rather, your X and your Y distance is within a certain number range, and once your X or Y distance leaves that number range, I mean, that's essentially what checking this position is. But man, this is difficult because I made this listener, right? But I can't find a good way to. Man, this is like a design problem. How am I gonna implement this? When you get close to it, grow the card. When you get far away from it, shrink the card. Yeah, it seems like I need a trigger. Um, um, I could make a variable that only. Yeah, that can work. A variable that only allows it to be called if the other one has happened. That can work. So so um so this is gonna be the shrink and grow number here. So okay, that can work. That can work. I think I got it. Oh, no, okay. Okay. Let's see. public. It's gonna be a. We can make this a private actually. I think, yeah. Private int, and this will be the shrink grow number. Okay. And then we won't instantiate it. What we'll do is, the only thing that sets this number is, you have to get close to a card before you can get far away from it. So what will happen is, this becomes true, right? And if it's true, it calls both. Neither of them get called because, shrink doesn't get called because characters within range. And let's see. I guess we will instantiate it as 0. Shrink grow number equals 0. Then debug card can grow, and then set the shrink grow number equal to 1. Oops, 1. There we go. And then this one can only be called if it's set to 1. But it only activates if it's not within range. Yeah, that works. And then set it back to 0. Yeah. And it won't go back to growing the card because you're out of range. That works. That's a good loop. So once you get into range, it'll grow. Then it'll set the number to 1. It'll debug.log and set the number to 1. And then once you leave the range again, it'll set it back to 0. And you won't be within range. Okay, yeah. And we'll instantiate that as 0. That's fine. Woo, another win there. Boom. Alright, let's see if this works. Should just debug.log here. There we go. And, okay. Calc. Let me make sure this is turning true. Yes, characters within range. Wait, I didn't set up the call for it, did I? I didn't set up the call. Yeah, nothing's calling it right now. Let's see. So what's gonna call it again? Let me see if there's a way to... Is there a way to reference when a Boolean switches from false to true? Track when a Boolean changes values. Storing the previous value of Boolean and then comparing it with the current value. Before updating the Boolean, store its current value in a separate variable, whole value. Update the Boolean, change the Boolean's value, set it to true. Compare the old and new values. Check if the old value is different from the current Boolean. Action on change. If the values are different, it means the Boolean has changed. You can take on all value is not equal my if all value. Okay, I see. The values are different. It means the boolean has changed. You can then take an action such as logging message. Okay, that sounds pretty simple. Before updating it, store its current value in a separate variable. Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, so we'll do private. I don't need to see this anymore because I know when it's activating. It's activating properly, so that's fine. Private bool. Within range old, and then we'll do. That's fine. It starts off as false, right? I need to. Oh yeah, I do need to instantiate it as false. Oh, I think booleans in C# actually default to false, if I'm not mistaken. Not true. Yeah. Yeah, let me just double check that. Default value boolean. C#, the default value. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. So I'll make my within range old equal to character within range, and then update it. And I will set that else within range old. Oops. Equal again. Boom. And so when that changes, call this. If within range old is not equal characters within range. Then we call proximity action. Boom! All right, that should work. So when I call it, right, when I get into this, when I get into range, right, this will activate. It will set this to this, which is it automatically is. And then oh yeah, and these have to be true as well. So within range will be true. It'll be false for a moment, and then it'll switch to true. No, because then they'll both be true. No, this won't be true anymore. Because it'll swap back to false. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, so it should work. Let's do this. Yep. Aw, man. It's not calling it. Okay. Is my debug.log. Am I dumb? On start, plus equals grow card, plus equals shrink card. They're subscribed. So when I call proximity action, it should. Does it have the same signature? Like, properly? Grow card. Yeah, it does. Did I set up the delegate wrong? Public action, proximity action. I don't know. This is kind of stumping me a little bit. I think I set up something wrong in the... And shrink grow number equals 0. Debug.log. Did I instantiate this number as 0? Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's private, so do I need to check it like this? No, that's correct. If character is within range. Wait, there's a flaw here. There's a flaw here, I think. Yeah, it is. If character is with... It still has to be true. But... No, that should work. If within old range does not... Maybe I set this up wrong. No. Is not equal. If within range old does not equal within characters within range. They both start off at false. Maybe I have to instantiate them as false because it can't get a value. Maybe that's it. But I mean, it should get a characters within range. Let me instantiate that as false. I know it. Yeah. Let me try that. Let me try that and try this as well, just to make sure. Start it off as false. Then when it changes, it should call. Did I put it in the update? Oh my god. That would explain it. It's only on start. Oh my goodness. How you gonna check for a bull? How you gonna check for that, Gideon? Huh? Huh? Well, that explains it. Can't check for nothing if you don't put it in the update function. Jesus Christ. That would explain it. Okay. Here we go. Should subscribe everything. Yeah! Uh-huh. And then? Shrink the card. Yeah! Grow the card. Shrink the card. That's clear. So I can make sure that it's still working. Grow the card. Shrink the card. Yeah! Okay, it works. Excellent. Yeah, it didn't give me a shrink the card before I left, so we're good. It's one each. Okay. Woo! Programming win. All right. Man, how long am I working today? 3 hours, huh? Probably need to get off soon. Oh, getting a phone call. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so, technically how the shrink and grow function working? Whether or not I want their... Well, I guess it would just, Trying to write, like, a transition for it to... I never messed with the scale of an object before. So I have no idea how to start working with that. But, I mean, the work up to it is nice and good. Maybe I would take the... I guess I would, let's see, it'd be GameObject.scale, right? Transform.scale. Take the game object, that's attract dot transform dot scale, local scale. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The scale of the transform relative to the game object's parent. No, but it is the parent though. Let's see what that does. Equals. Vector 3, 1? What does that do? Let's see. Shorthand for writing vector 3. Oh, I guess so. It scales X, Y, and Z. Okay. So that's a vector 3. Okay, that makes sense. Let's do dot 3. Oh, I don't think I can do it like that, can I? 3, comma 3, comma 0. Like that? No? How do I do this? Equals vector 3, local scale, get and set. Vector 3 dot... Oh, maybe like this? Maybe that's how you do it? Hold up. Dot what? Dot... Let's see. 2. Dot up. No. Vector 3 dot... 1. 2. No. Okay, let's just see. 3, 3, 0? Like that? I can't. I don't think I can write it like that. Maybe no dot? Maybe it needs to be new vector 3? Like that, and then get rid of the dot here. Hey, yo! Okay. So if it's local scale... Oh, I guess it should just be 1. Because it's not 0. 3, 3, 1. Okay. Let's see what happens before we do the shrink. This is gonna be fun. What happens? Whoa! Cool! That worked! Awesome! Okay. It's a bit too big. But, yeah, we can do that. Okay, so let's do 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. Oh, I think I need to do F here to make sure that's yeah. Okay, let's try that. It's never good to have hard numbers in your code, but whatever. We'll work with it. Okay. Go to the card. Boom. X is still a little bit big. Don't want to scale it that much. Let's look at this card. Okay, see, yeah. So I need to find, I forgot the oh, let me see if I can just do it like this. Maybe this is better. How do I do multiplication? Times like this? Times 1.5. Like this? No. Oh, no, that does work. Wait, no. If it... equals new... Maybe I just do it like this? No. I don't know how to multiply, how to do it. Just scale the whole thing by 1.5. It's making the scale this number. So if I were to reference it, right? The x is whatever the x is times 1.5. Would that work? Well, let's just make it times 2 so I can easily read it, right? And then we'll put a parentheses here so I can do the math. And then it would be game object dot transform dot scale dot x. Hey! Did that work? I think it worked. Yeah. So let's see if it scales it times 2. And then if it doesn't, I'll take it out and see if that works. So currently, the card is exactly 0.63. Okay. 1.26. Yeah, it did. It did scale it times 2. Okay, that works. Nice. Let's see this here. Make sure I refresh this chat here. What if there's a way I can do it from here? Probably not. That's fine though. Alright, that seemed to work. So we'll do another parentheses. We'll do game object dot transform dot local scale dot y, and then we'll multiply that times 2. And then we just have the z, which stays normal because we are in a 2D environment. So multiply the scale times 2, and the scale will be whatever it is at right now. You! Whoa! Okay, that activated twice for some reason. Don't know why. Yeah, it should have only activated once because this should only activate once. Whoa! What? Whoa. Oh. Interesting. That's a little bug, isn't it? Is character within range still... Interesting. How does that... set... Where's the... I need to make that number public so I can see it. Is it public? No, it's private. Let me do this. I can check to make sure that it's correctly public int. Shrink row number. So when this activates, which it is activating. Oh, maybe it's doing it. You know what? Maybe this needs to happen first. Because it seems like it's happening too quickly. Yeah, maybe I do that. And then do that as well. There we go. Oh, no, I am... Oh, no, I'm actually getting far enough away from it because of how big it is. And I'm not treating it back. So I need to do the opposite here. Game object dot transform dot local scale equals new vector 3, and then we'll just copy this logic here, right? Because we don't need to do anything fancy. All right, copy that, and then we'll, instead of doing that, instead of multiplying times 2, divide by 2, and also divide by 2. Divide by 2. Boom. Okay. Sure worked the same way. Boom. You. Oh my god, that's awesome. Boom. Boom. That's great. This is so great. All right. That worked. Yeah. Get big, baby. Get big. Okay. Awesome. That's cool. That's cool. And then, let's see. Is that like right outside of the range? I think it is actually. Let's see. Yeah, it's like just close enough so that you can stop yourself. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Maybe I want it to be a little bit further. So let's see. Let's change these numbers here, and we'll make it 3. That's fine. There we go. There we go, yeah. That seems pretty big. I mean, pretty big. You know, I could be a little bit more generous. Let's do 4.5. 4.5. Oh, wait. This is public now. Hold on. I never checked it properly. Okay, let's make this private so we don't mess it up. Well, keep it public. And then we'll just adjust it. It's fine. Pickup range 3. Let's try that. Okay. Let's try that. That's why you always gotta check your public stuff. That's a decent amount of time to stop. And then when we activate the rule, you get we'll reduce that number. So yeah, we can have this hard coded as 3. That's fine. Oops, undo that. There we go. Okay. Three's close enough, I think. Huh? Oh, I had it public because... That's right. Because the other one needed to... Yeah. think there's a way to do that. How to allow access to a variable, but not in the inspector. To make a variable accessible in code hidden from the inspector in Unity, you can use the hide inspector attribute to make a property with a private set. Make it a property with a private set. The hide inspector attribute keeps a public field from being exposed to the inspector. Alternatively, using a property with a private set allows external inspector to access the getter but prevents modification from the inspector. Yeah, hide in inspector. Okay. Hide inspector attribute for public variable declaration. Okay. So, like this. Hide in inspector. I think it's like that. Yeah. Boom. Wait. Oh, no, after the public. It says the member modifier public must precede the member type and name. So, hold up. Like this. Public hide in inspector. I think it's all capital, right? Like that. Is that right? Oh my goodness. Float class. Okay, did I not read that properly? Public int my property. Public int using properties with private set. Create a public property with a getter and a private set. No. Example. Oh, you have to put the brackets. Oh. Okay, I see. I didn't realize you had to put the brackets. That's my B. That's just game knowledge. Brackets. Oops, wrong kind of brackets. Hide. Boom. Like that. Thank you. Thank you. Boom. Does that work? Yes, it does. Okay, that's great. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Test. Hello, hello. Oh, did my audio get messed up? Okay. All right. Alright, probably gonna get off soon. So we got a lot of stuff done today. We made it to where let's see what we did today here. Did we write a trigger for distance and position? Yes, we did, I think. Write a trigger for distancing. Oh, the trigger is when it's calculated, so that's technically done. Oh, we didn't actually do the pickup function yet, but that's fine. We did the grow and the shrink, so that is partially implemented. That's on 6/11. Excuse me. And so we have the setup for that essentially. I wonder if I'd probably just play an animation. Yeah, play an animation. And I would, okay, so with this, set, so this is what I would do, set numbers, to set variable, let's say, set ints for the scaling numbers instead. Oh, I guess no, because the scale. I mean, that is a good practice to do anyway, in case I want to change the scale later. I could just change it in the top. That's fine. That's something easy to do. What else? I guess I set base scale numbers as well. Oh my god. Giant cards really are going to be giant cards. This is going to be awesome. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so freaking awesome. Giant cards are going to take up half the freaking screen. They're going to just if you have a giant card and you have the card modifier, they're just going to like, oh man, that's going to be so cool. They're going to bounce you and stuff. When they collide with you, I should make it to where they apply force. That'd be hilarious. Oh my goodness, you could jump off cards. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh man, I'm so ready for this game. This game's gonna be so cool. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. So pick up function A. We'll work on it another day. I'm getting off for now. If you listen to this stream, thank you so much. I'm getting off for today. Been working for probably I guess technically like 4 hours. No, actually 5 today, because I spent an hour. Yeah, I spent an hour on like setting up social media accounts and stuff. It's been like 6 hours, because I spent an hour, 40 minutes as well. Just resetting. You see, look, this is how long I was setting up social media, and then it was another 40 minutes. So add 2 hours onto this, which is close to 5 hours. So yeah, I've been working quite a lot today. Kind of ready to take a break. So thank you so much for watching. If you did, you know, sub and everything. Well, not yet, but you know, like the socials, go to the socials, you know, check it out, and have a great one.